Hi guys, how's it going? Chris Graham here for We Love Betting. Stats chat once again every Thursday night. Back at ya on this remarkably mild November night. What are we looking at here? 5 games that's taking place this weekend with very strong stats attached to them that perhaps we can use for our betting. That's how I approach it, and you might feel the same. It's just a nice 5-minute video. Let's see what you think. I must thank the guys at Football Form Labs who let me look at their software to glean any statistics from that. Very much appreciated. Great piece of software that I would recommend it. Anyway, 5 bets. We'll start in the Championship. No Premier League games this weekend. Derby against Sheffield Wednesday is the first game I'm going to talk about. Of course, we were here a few weeks ago with Derby with a phenomenal head-to-head record against Leeds, and you'll remember it continued. Similar situation here against Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds' Yorkshire rivals. Derby are unbeaten in 10 against Sheffield Wednesday. Played 10, won 5, drawn 5, lost 0. Very, very strong record over Dave Jones's Sheffield Wednesday. In fact, the last time Sheffield Wednesday managed to get a victory over Derby was April the 30th, 2006. A 2-0 win that day for Wednesday. Marcus Tudgay and Leon Best scoring the goals for Chef Wed on that particular occasion. But Derby unbeaten in 7 years against Sheffield Wednesday, unbeaten in 10 games. Very strong form there. Like I said, 15 points out of 30. Will that continue the weekend? Who knows? Game 2 FA Cup first round, of course, this weekend, and lots of games and lots of teams I'd never heard of as well. Colchester against Sheffield United, not really one that's got the romance of the cup, you'd have to say, but I've certainly this stat certainly made me feel quite romantic, that's for sure, because none of the last 20 Colchester FA Cup games have gone to a replay. How's about that? That's such a great start. 20 games in a row, Colchester have either won or lost that fixture. It is extraordinary. The last time that they drew an FA Cup after 90 minutes was in November 2004 on the FA Cup first round day. They drew 1-1 away to Mansfield that day. 9 years ago, the last time they drew. They actually won the replay and went all the way to the 4th round, Colchester, that year, losing to Blackburn. That season, of course, Arsenal won the FA Cup, and they've yet to win a trophy since, but maybe that will change this season. I'm not convinced. Okay, game 3, and I think my favourite here. What kind of man would sit here and talk about Welling United on a video? I'm that man, because Welling against Luton is the next game I want to talk about, and you couldn't really compose a better start than this in terms of head-to-heads, in terms of just sheer opposites, these two sides, in terms of the FA Cup first round experiences. We'll start with Luton, who've won their last 9 FA Cup first round matches. Played 9, won 9. Phenomenal stuff. You'll recall they got to the semi-finals back in 1994. I remember that, 19 years ago. Buoyed by Scott Oakes that particular year. Welling though, well, they're interesting. Played 7, lost 7 in the FA Cup first round since 1990. And yes, I did go through them all. I don't have a girlfriend, as you probably imagine by now. They lost 4-1 to Huddersfield in 2005, 1-0 to Reading in 2001. Lincoln beat them 1-0 in 99. Bristol Rovers 3-0 in 1998. Cambridge 3-0 in the mid-90s. Leyton Orient in 1991. And Swansea beat them 5-2 in FA Cup first round day back in 1990. So 7 defeats in a row in first round day for Welling. Luton are odds against to win this game, so the stats screaming at us that that's a great bet. The last time Welling actually got a result in the FA Cup first round, yes, I did find that out as well. That was in fact 1989, the 89-90 FA Cup. They beat Gillingham 1-0 in an FA Cup first round replay on the 22nd of November 1989. That particular week was all about firsts in culture. The first time the House of Commons was filmed live on TV. The first time a goalkeeper cost £1 million in world football. That was Nigel Martin, who went from Bristol Rovers to Crystal Palace for £1 million. And it was the first #1 for New Kids on the Block with an amazing track. You got it the right stuff. So I'm bunging all that into the start. But basically, Luton 9 out of 9 in the first round day. Welling 0 out of 7. Do the math. The odds against. To Scotland, where I've just come back from. St Johnstone against Kilmarnock, and it's very rare you get really head-to-head strong head-to-heads in the top tier in Scotland, but it's happened here. St Johnstone unbeaten in 9 against Kelly, played 9, won 5, drawn 4, lost now. November the 6th, 2010 was the last time Kilmarnock got a win against St Johnstone, so 9 games unbeaten, 3 years unbeaten for St Johnstone against Kilmarnock. Finally, it's a time period bet. I'll leave you on Sunderland against Man City, so there's a Premier League game, of course, and I'm backing a goal between the 76th and 90th minute in this fixture, because this season these sides have scored more in that. Have been involved in more goals in that period in their games than any other side. Sunderland 9 overall, scored 1, conceded 8 in the last 15 minutes, involved 9 goals involved in their matches. That's a bit stronger than any other team. And Man City joint second with Cardiff with 8 goals in their games. They've actually scored 4, conceded 4. So a litany of goals in these matches in the last 15 minutes involving Sunderland and Man City games. So we'll leave it there then. That's the 5 bets for me this weekend. I won't wrap up because I'm 6 minutes in, but just think about that Welland start. You must be pleased with me there. Luton, it's all about Luton to beat Welland on Saturday, according to the stats.